Today we're crocheting a granny stitch bandana with a scalloped border, and this is the same pattern as my most recent bandana pattern, except that one has a picot border. In my opinion, this is the easiest granny stitch bandana you can make. It's very repetitive and easy to memorize, so this is really good for beginners, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. For the free written pattern, you can find it at vivcrochets.com or at the link in the description box below. And if you do enjoy this tutorial, please leave a like or comments, let me know. Thanks so much, and let's get started. For this project, I used about 55 grams of yarn, and I'm using Loops and Threads Silky Soft, and this is a lightweight bamboo yarn. You can use any yarn you want, but using a thinner yarn will help it drape better. This yarn recommends a 4mm hook, but we're going to go bigger with a 5mm hook, again to help with the drape. And I'll also need some scissors, a yarn needle, and a tape measure is optional, but very helpful in this pattern. We're going to start by making a slip knot, and to do a slip knot, we're going to place the yarn over our hand with the tail end at the bottom. Then grab the yarn with your thumb, and make sure you have at least 5 inches of yarn under your thumb, and then we'll grab it from the top and wrap it behind 2 fingers and then in front of those 2 fingers to form an X. And we can hold it with our pinky. Then with our hook, we're going to go under one side of the X and then over and grab the other side and pull it through. Then remove your fingers and tighten the knot. Now we're going to chain 4. And to chain, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. So there is our first chain. Again, we're going to yarn over and pull through the loop on our hook. And there are our 2 chains, and we'll do that 2 more times. So now we have a total of 4 chains. And now we're going to work into that first chain that we made all the way on the left. We're going to do a double crochet into this chain. And to do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over and insert our hook into this chain. So go through that V. And then yarn over and pull up a loop. And now you should have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. And here is our first double crochet. Now we're going to do another double crochet into that same chain. So we're going to yarn over and insert a hook back into this chain and do another double crochet. So we yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And there is another double crochet. And for this pattern, the chain 3 at the start of every row counts as a double crochet. So those 3 chains that we skipped in the very beginning, these over here, they count as a double crochet. So for this first row, we have 3 double crochets into this one chain. And these 3 double crochets placed together is called a cluster. So now let's start row 2, and we're going to start every new row by chaining 3. And then we'll turn. So we're going to flip it over like this. And we're going to do a cluster into the first stitch of every new row. So that chain 3 is our first double crochet, so we need to add 2 more into this first stitch of the row. So we yarn over and go into this first stitch, so in from the side and under this V at the top, and we'll pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And again, we'll yarn over, go back into this same stitch, and do a double crochet. So now, including that chain 3 and those 2 double crochets we just did, we have a cluster into the very first stitch of the row. And we're going to do a cluster into the last stitch of the row. So the last stitch of the row is that chain 3 that we skipped in the first row. right here. And just to make it a lot easier, we're going to work into this space between the chain 3 and the second to last double crochet. So we'll yarn over and insert our hook into this space here. And then we'll do a double crochet. And we'll do another one into the same space. And then we'll do a third one into the same space. And there is our cluster into the last stitch of the row. Now let's do row 3. And again, we start every new row by chaining 3. And then turning. And for every row, we'll do a cluster into the very first stitch. We already have 1 double crochet from that chain 3, so we'll do 2 more into the first stitch. So there is our cluster in the first stitch of the row. Now if you look at the previous row, there is this space between these 2 clusters. And in this space, we'll do a cluster. So yarn over, insert our hook into this space, and do 3 double crochets. And there's 3. Now we've reached the end of the row, and at the end of every row, we're going to do a cluster into the last stitch. And again, we'll work our cluster into this space between the chain 3 and the second to last double crochet. And there's row 3. And you can see that the triangle is getting bigger as we add more rows. And this is the basic layout of every row. We're going to have a cluster in the very first stitch, in the very last stitch, and in between the clusters from the previous row. Now let's do row 4, and we'll start by chaining 3, and turn. And we'll do our cluster into that first stitch. We already have 1 double crochet with the chain 3, so we'll do 2 more double crochets into the first stitch. And that'll give us 3 total. And then there's this space between these clusters from the previous row, and we're going to do a cluster into this space. And then there's another space here between these 2 clusters, and we're going to work a cluster into this space. And now we've reached the end, and we're going to do a cluster into the last stitch of the row. And there is row 4. Now let's go over how to add a new row one more time. So we're going to start by chaining 3 and then turning. We're going to add 2 more double crochets into that first stitch, so we have a cluster in the first stitch, and then we'll do a cluster into each space between the clusters from the previous row, and then a cluster into the very last stitch. And just continue adding rows until you get the size you want. And make sure that you do an even number of rows. The longest part of the triangle should wrap over your head, and then the corners should reach the nape of your neck. So here I have 26 rows. Mine is about 45 centimeters on the long edge and about 30.5 centimeters on the shorter edges. Next we're going to do 1 strap, and then we'll work along the edge to do the scallops, and then along the other edge, and then we'll do the other strap. So to do our first strap, we're going to chain the length of the strap that we want. And for mine, I'm going to chain 40. So here I have 40 chains, and it's about the length of the strap that I want. Next, we're going to work across the chain doing slip stitches, and we're going to start by doing a slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. So this one is the first chain from the hook. This one is the second, And to do a slip stitch, we're going to insert a hook into this chain. So through the V and under the top loop, and then yarn over and pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. And there's our first slip stitch. Then we'll move on to the next chain. And again, to do a slip stitch, we'll insert our hook into the chain, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on our hook. And we're going to continue working a slip stitch into each chain across. And after you've gone across your entire chain, we're going to be working along this side of the bandana. And you can see each row has this space on the edge. So this row, the last row we just did, we're going to work into the space between the last and the second to last double crochet. So this space here, and then the row below it, we have this space here, and in the next row we'll work into this space here, and then we have another space, and then we have another space. So we're going to work into the side of each row. So first we'll rotate it, and we'll first do a slip stitch into the side of the first row. So this first row here, you can sort of pull apart the last and the second to last double crochet. And you can see there's two spaces separated by this strand of yarn, and we'll insert our hook into the left space. And then we'll do a slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook. And then we're going to move on to the next row. So that's this space here. And in this space, we're going to do our first scallop. And to do scallop, we're just going to do 6 double crochets all into this space. So yarn over and insert your hook into this space and do a double crochet. So there's our first double crochet, and we're going to continue doing double crochets into this space until we have a total of 6. So there are 6 double crochets into this space, and now we're going to slip stitch to the next row. So the next row is right here, and you'll notice that every row we slip stitch to has 2 spaces with a line going through the middle, and I'm going to slip stitch into the left space. And then we're going to move on to the next row, and in this next row we're going to do 6 double crochets again. And here's our second scallop, and then we'll slip stitch to the side of the next row. And again, whenever we slip stitch, there's going to be 2 spaces, and we're going to slip stitch into the left space. And this is what we're going to repeat all the way across the side of the bandana. So again, the side of the next row, we'll do 6 double crochets into this space, and then we'll slip stitch into the side of the next row, and then we'll do 6 double crochets into the side of the next row, slip stitch into the side of the next row, and we're going to go all the way across. And remember that if the space looks like this, we're going to do 6 double crochets, and if it looks like this, we're going to do a slip stitch into the left space. So after going across, it should look like this, and you should have done your last slip stitch into the side of the second row. So this one is the first row, this one is the second row. And now we're going to work into the bottom point of our bandana. So down here where our slip knot is, we're going to work into this chain where we did our very first row. So we'll yarn over and insert our hook into the bottom point of our bandana. And we'll do 6 double crochets into this space. And then we're going to rotate it again towards the right, and we're going to work across the next side. Now that we have a scallop in the bottom point, we're going to do a slip stitch into the side of the second row. So not here where there are 2 spaces separated by that line, but we're going to work into here where there's no line in the middle. So this side of the bandana is opposite the other side. We're now going to be doing our slip stitches into the spaces with no strand of yarn through it. And then we're going to do our scallops into the spaces with the strand of yarn. And in the side of this next row, I'm going to do my scallop into the right hole. Pull yarn over and go into this space to the right of the strand of yarn. And I've just found through my testing, it makes the scallop look a little nicer and more rounded. And then we're going to do a slip stitch into the side of the next row, which is the space without the strand of yarn in the middle. And in the side of the next row, we're going to do a scallop into the space on the right side. And we're going to repeat this pattern all the way across this side of the bandana. And at the end, we're going to do our final slip stitch into the side of the very last row that we made. And now it should look like this. Next, we're going to do our second strap. So we're going to chain the same number of chains we did for the first strap. So I'm going to chain 40. So here I have my 40 chains, and we're going to do a slip stitch into each chain again, starting with the second chain from the hook. So again, there's the first chain from the hook. Then this is the second chain from the hook. We'll insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on our hook to do a slip stitch. And we'll do that to every single chain across. And then after we do our final slip stitch, we're going to do one more slip stitch back into the same space right here in the side of the last row we did. So the same space right here in the corner. And now it should look like this. And we can fasten off our yarn by chaining 1 and then cutting our yarn at least 5 inches long. And then we'll pull through with our hook and tighten the knot. And we're almost done. We just need to weave in our loose ends. So we'll take our yarn needle and we're going to thread our loose end into our yarn needle. And we're going to run our needle under the loops of our stitches in one direction for a couple inches. So let's go under the loops of this last scallop we did. Starting from where our yarn is coming out, we're going to run our needle under these loops. And then we can continue on under the next scallop. So that's a couple of inches, and you want to make sure that your needle is in between the front and the back, so your needle isn't poking through on the other side. And then we can pull the yarn through. And make sure you don't pull too tight or it'll scrunch up the fabric. Now we can run our needle in a different direction, so let's go this way under the loops of our clusters. So again, just a couple of inches, and again check the back to make sure it's not poking through, and then we can pull the yarn through. And let's go in a different direction again, so let's go towards the left. And I'll run my needle as far as I can so I can use up the rest of my yarn. Pull the yarn through. And then we're going to tug it a little bit just to make sure it's not pulled too tight. And then whatever is left, we can just trim it off. And our loose end is hidden. So we'll just do that for the other loose end and our bandana is finished. And to put our bandana on, we're going to lay the longest part over our head, about 1 inch from our forehead. Then pull your hair to the side while grabbing the 2 straps to the back of your neck, and we're going to tie a knot. Then line up the point with the middle of your head, and then we can pull out some strands of hair in the front and pull our earlobes out, then bring our hair forward. And now it should look like this. And that's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Also, thank you to my channel members. If you want to be a channel member, click the link in the description box. Thank you again to all my channel members, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.